about to wake up a lot of people. Sometimes people will talk themselves right into the tax bracket that they belong in, the tax bracket that they are already in. I was legit at work the other day. My coworker was tripping on the fact that I get Starbucks frequently. He was bothered by the fact that I could afford Starbucks. But let me tell you how we got to that point. I had $5. $5, a $5 bill. I took that $5 bill over to the snack drawer at her job. Snacks are 50 cents a piece, and I didn't have any single $1 bill, types of quarters, no change in my purse. I asked, did anybody have change or knew where the person was who normally gives out change for the snack drawer? He immediately yelled out loud and put me on blast and said, I mean, what do you care, Jayla? You spend $17 on a Starbucks drink every morning.
Oh, yeah, they a hater.
And then I had to remember, some people are mad at the fact that it's you, that you get to do what you do. This about to wait.
Yo, she ain't lying. There's so many people out here hating on people who have more resources than them. And the sad part about it is they have the same opportunity every single day. This is exactly why I'm so passionate about talking about finances and money, because I never had that mindset. Shout out to my dad, man. My dad, entrepreneur, man. You know, he raised me to look at the world in an opportunist way. You got somebody making money off of airheads, vending machines, restaurants, flipping iPhones, fixing iPhones, working out, building a business. He grew up washing trash cans when he was a kid. He taught me the principles of seeing opportunity. And so many people ignore the opportunity, are lazy as fuck. And they don't want to do better for themselves. That's exactly why they get mad at other people for doing things that they know they wouldn't want to do. And that is insane to me. And we gonna win every single time. I used to tell myself, when I get nice things, I don't need to get them to impress people. I still don't do that, but it's kind of hard when you like nice things that other people like too, like Starbucks for her. Or for example, I got a MacBook 16-inch, and when I first got this, it's the M1 version. It was like $2,800. And some people know what that is, you know what I'm saying? But I got the newest MacBook when it first came out. It was one of the first models, right? And I remember my college friends being like, man, what? Man, why you got that? How you got that? I was in college working a 9-to-5 part-time, but making $4,000 a month. I would say a little bit passively, right? A little bit passively, because I was making money online creating content. People will hate on you because they can't do, or they don't have the work ethic and the audacity to put in the work like you do. And I had to tell myself, I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. We just gonna have nice stuff. I don't need to do it to impress, but eventually you gonna look like money. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gonna notice you got something on nice. Look, I could care less now. I really don't care. I take pride in my hard work now. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Bro, you can do it too.
Let people think you're poor. I never understood when people tried to act like they have money. Sometimes they don't, sometimes they do. But even then, it's who cares? Literally nobody cares. Nobody cares. I envy my husband so much, and I used to make fun of him for wearing the same clothes. I think he wears the same t-shirt that he's worn since high school, definitely since I've known him. So 13 years plus. And I used to always be like, oh my gosh, can you get some new shirts? And he's like, I don't care. I actually would prefer people to think that I am poor. And I mean, because he's got a hole in his sleeve right here. And he still wears it. And he's like, I literally give zero shits. And I'm like, I love that about him, though. He's so down to earth. He just doesn't care. And I feel like more of us should not care about what others think about us. Who cares?
She got a point. The hole in the t-shirt, though, I would want fixed. But y'all heard me up here on these videos before. Y'all see me mostly in black shirts. Why? Because it's simple. I don't give a... Look, I work hard, so I don't have to work hard to look good. Most people overcompensate and try to get the name brand, this, that, and the third, so they can look fly. I'm gonna look better than you in a black t-shirt because I care about my body and what I intake on a daily basis. So as you're over here as a man trying to flex and look like you hot shit, like you got all the bread in the world, I know you going broke. You trying to look rich. When my discipline, my hard work with my nutrition and working out almost on a daily basis, it's gonna make me look better. I look better than you with no clothes when you got all the name brands on. You know what I'm saying? That's how I be feeling sometimes. But listen, I feel it on that. My girl be complaining sometimes, why you always wearing black shirts? Because it's easy. It's easy, baby. All I got to do is just think, you know what? What am I going to wear? Black shirt. Got like 8 of them. Black shirt. You know what I'm saying? I run out, do the laundry, black shirt, change my pants, change my socks, change my shoes, brush my teeth. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's less complicated, man. And again, when you're in shape, anything look good on you. Even when you're not wearing something, your skin look good on you. You know what I'm saying? It's just something about it, man. When you stop caring about what other people think. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comment section down below.
Act like you broke in 2026. Watch the money start piling up. Act like you broke in 2026 and watch how Amazon and DoorDash and the clubs, all the nights out, all these places stop getting your money. Act like you broke in 2026. Watch how much time you had to study, how much time you had to read, how much time you had to work out, get that big back body in shape. Act like you broke in 2026 and all of a sudden, watch how much time you got to work on that business. Act like you broke in 2026 and watch your account, investment account, your savings account, your checking account, all of your accounts start to elevate and rise. Act like you broke in 2026 and watch how much time you have to level up on your skills so you can go ahead and make more money. It's easy in 2026. You just got to act like you broke.
All right, I ain't going to call it easy because if it was easy, everybody would do it. You know, I used to be one of these type of people. You know what? If I can do it, you can do it. Yeah, that's true. But you also got to have some grit. You got to be angry. You got to be uncomfortable in life. It's not easy for people to get out of comfort. You see, they're in comfort. They like to watch Netflix. They like to listen to music in their cars instead of listening to audiobooks. They like to go to McDonald's and get fast food instead of making the healthier choice. You can still eat out, but eat healthier. You know what I'm saying? They'd rather go to the club rather than get gratification with working, and they know they did something that they are proud of. You know what I'm saying? So it's not easy. And that's what makes it better, because everybody is not going to do it. And that's why the people who do work harder and do have discipline, that's why we're going to live for more fulfilling lives. I don't believe money should be a thing people have to feel like they got to struggle with. But unfortunately, people don't have that work ethic and that grit behind them to do what they need to do in order to be where they want to be. Now, one thing I do disagree with what he was saying, and it's a certain stage in life, right? He was like, yeah, stop the DoorDash subscriptions, you know what I'm saying, and watch how much money you save. You know what I'm saying? I get he was like, yeah, stop clubbing and you watch how quick your account builds up, right? Sure, clubbing is a waste of time. I'm definitely not spending no bread on no half-naked females. I'm good, bro. I don't even like being seen in the same light as other dudes who are just like simps and think that their money can help them become more fluent in getting females. And sure, there are females like that who are definitely going to flock to dudes like that, but I'm better than that. You know what I'm saying? A woman coming to my life, I'm looking at what is she going to do for me, not physically, but financially and spiritually. How can we grow? All right. It's bigger than just the physical for me. You know what I'm saying? At one point, I just thought a certain way, but now, nah, baby, it's a little different now. It's not even a little different. I didn't change. I don't play the same game as most of these dudes. Another thing, pinpointing at DoorDash, right? He was like, yeah, stop the DoorDash subscription. Watch how much your money stack up. Now, I look at DoorDash in a different way. I even pay for DoorDash or Dash Pass. A bill $9.99 just came out my account today. Caught me red-handed. I use it to make me more money. Let me tell you something. I was at my 9 to 5. I'm making money. I'm on the clock. Okay. I ordered DoorDash for my lunch break. And I had a little break, and I'm like, I'm going to edit my YouTube videos. I'm going to prepare for the night show. So I'm making money in the moment, ordering food so I don't have to drive, because driving is a complete waste of time. And I'm working on an asset that's going to end up paying me more money without trading my time for it. So I'm capitalizing. If I didn't have to drive, I wouldn't drive, because I believe driving is for poor folks. poor people too, but I enjoy driving. So at the same time, I wouldn't want to stop, but I do believe at a certain level, I wouldn't want to drive at all because it'd be a waste of time. It's just like cooking. Cooking's a waste of time too. I'd rather have somebody cook for me in the future so I can earn more money instead of using more time to make food, and I'm gonna eat either way. So that's just me. But let me know your thoughts on this in the comment section down below.
One tip that I learned from the people in my life who are the best with their money is to pretend that you don't have it. The key to having money is to live like you're broke. And I don't mean be a complete cheapskate and never allow yourself anything and never go on vacation, but it's once you enter that next level, that next promotion, whatever, don't all of a sudden break your lease, get a brand new apartment, get a new car, do all of these things, because you're going to be in the same rat race that you were before. Your bank account is going to stay the same because now your expenses are higher. So it's like, yes, you might be like up leveling your life in certain aspects, but you're actually still going to be in the same position. My husband is one of those people where like he has money, but he doesn't spend it in a way that's like performative, or he's not flexing, and he's always saying like, unless I can afford it 4 times over and then some, we don't need it. So while yes, he's not like a cheapskate by any means, he's actually very generous. He's just very frugal and genuinely thinks about his purchases, researches, makes informed decisions. On the back end is investing and doing all these things and making sure that his ducks are in a row before he starts making like crazy purchases. Even like when he got a new job, he wasn't like, okay, time to get a new house, time to do this. Like we got more money, Like our level of living didn't change drastically just because maybe we have more money now. We're kind of living the same, but you're just setting yourself up for even better.
This is how it's supposed to be. She's basically explaining staying in the rat race and keeping up with the Joneses, right? So many people, oh, I get a raise. I remember one dude I went to school with, I followed him on social media. This was a couple years back, and he got a raise or a promotion at a job. And I remember he he traded in his car that he had that was fairly new, and he got a newer car. And he was like, oh, with the new job promotion comes the new car. And I'm like, even back then I knew that was a stupid move. I'm like, bro, like what? How much was your raise? First of all, you trading your time for money. Your time is your most valuable asset. If you're not using the money that you're earning, that you just got extra with, you just got paid extra with to make more money, what are you doing? I know what you're doing. You staying in that poverty trap they want you to be in. Okay, cool. Okay, here's another thing. She said that he makes good financial decisions because he says if we can't afford it 4 times, then there's no need to get it. That makes sense. Now, for me, I do it by dollar cost averaging. Again, I told y'all before, let's say I get paid $100, right? I get paid $100 every week. And that $100, I'll put 10% aside to go into my fund account. I'll put 20% aside to go into my savings. I'll put 30% aside to pay off debt. And I'll put another percentage aside to, whatever. The whole point is the percentages equal to 100%. But I know that fund account, I got $10 in because that's 10% of 100, right? So every time I get paid, it's automatically divided. That way I don't have to really look at something and be like, well, if I can't afford it 4 times, because this is what I believe most people do. They see something that's like $2,000 and they say, well, I can't afford it 4 times, so I'm not going to get it. And then they wait till they hit 8,000 and they're like, okay, well, I'm gonna get it. But you don't have your money divided into which categories you were gonna spend that $8,000 in. And so quite frankly, what you're doing is instead of you spending 10% of your earned income, what you're doing is spending 20% of your earned income, which is double. So I like to go by percentages because percentages stay the same. Dollar amounts change. Again, for example, if I say I put 10% of everything that I earn into my fund account, then if I make $100, that's $10. But if I make $1,000, that's $100, right? So the numbers can change, but the percentages stay the same. Now, yeah, you can call it upgrading your living, but I'm not increasing my percentages. As I make more money also goes into my investment account and then my savings and then to pay off debt and then to pay my bills and expenses and stuff. So everything's growing. You know what I'm saying? Everybody eating. You know what I'm saying? All the accounts eating. So that's what I believe. But let me know, how do you budget? What are your habits? Do you dollar cost average? Do you wait until you can afford 2, 3, 4, 5 times whatever you want to buy? And subscribe if you like the content, of course.